I actually just looked up on TikTok. We're live. I just looked up on TikTok and I was like, yo, can we do our live on TikTok? Because I miss TikTok. I miss some of our TikTok folks kind of, going through some like withdrawals.
Why do you miss TikTok? They kept kicking you off the platform.
Well, that's the part I
again and
don't
again.
miss. That's the part I don't miss.
You have to like watch what you're saying all the time. We can't speak like a couple of real cool cats. You know what I mean?
I know what you
Like
mean.
we want to. Anyway, where the fuck was I
I don't know.
yesterday?
I don't know, man.
How are you doing today?
Today was a tough day. I had a tough day today. Today for me, I felt like was one of those days where it felt like, just like the bad guy wins. Like the bad guy's everywhere. I feel like the bad guy's everywhere, and the bad guy always wins. And as much as you might nip at their heels, bite at their ankles, that's just all you'll ever amount to in terms of like rebellion, and that the bad guys win. I just feel like the bad guys are winning, and I feel like the term bad guys is like a term that can get so broad, because is it complicity or is it the actual actions that one takes? It's just been one of those days where I'm like,
well, that's very
I feel
vague.
like the world is like just generally made of the bad guys in terms of control. And so, I feel underfoot today. I guess is the way I might put it. I feel underfoot.
I've been watching a lot of the astrology accounts and channels, and they're doing their December forecast.
Yeah.
And all of them are like, buckle in, guys.
Yeah.
Apparently December is going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
Astrology.
I have a terrible headache, and today it comes from, I know where it came from, which was just an enormous amount of stress throughout the whole day, piled up on me to the point where I was just like, I was kind of almost useless for like the second half of the day. Slightly cheered up by an article that came into my mailbox about Leo.
Oh, really?
Can I share it with you?
Yeah, what is it?
I'm going to put it on.
What do you mean cheered
so
up?
that,
An article about Leo cheered you up?
no, not really. You'll see. Here it comes. You have to put your TV on if you want to see it, though. Just let me get my switcher going here. And I'll tell you why. So the article reads, Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire friendship crumbles over Sean Penn sources.
What?
And the first thing that struck me
What
was...
did Sean Penn do?
The first thing that struck me was if Leo wanted to break up with Tobey, he would have to spin it if it had anything to do with, at least in part, Dawn's Plum.
Okay.
Because, right, a year ago, this friendship has been through everything. And
Has it?
This friendship, Tobey and Leo?
What has it been through?
Like, okay, so rumors that I won't spread, but major shit.
Oh, I know, but like since they both got rich and famous, so that they no longer have to give a fuck about normal shit. What has it been through?
A great deal. Certainly all the Molly's game stuff.
Oh, this
where
is
Leo's
true.
name got brought into it.
Yeah, so Leo
certainly
being
Elizabeth
like,
Berkley happened.
Yeah, like so Leo being like like trotted out as fucking bait in Toby's poker games, right? That probably wasn't a very nice feeling.
Exactly.
Like how much of that does Leo want to put up with?
Listen, I don't care how delusional it might seem to anybody. When I see that article, I see weak sauce when it comes to Tobey and Leo's friendship being. The article goes on to say that Leo and Sean Penn are inseparable since working together, and that Tobey is jealous. And I call a major bullshit on that.
Yeah,
like
sounds like bullshit.
Gigantic, massive, absolute bullshit. But if their friendship is crumbling, because I don't believe anything, especially when it comes to stories like this. Like, I don't believe that Joel Lefebvre, or whatever his damn name is, and lovely name, by the way, but whatever that, however you might say his name, I don't believe for a second that he's not being fed this by a publicist. If I've learned nothing in covering Lively v. Baldoni, it's that nothing
isn't manufactured
or coming from a publicist when it comes to things like this, where we're talking about friendships and when you get hyphen sources.
What
Well,
is
sources is not fucking, Irma Lynn calling up going, I got to tell you something about my boy Leo and Sean. It's like when he was a kid and he was in a sandbox. I remember when he was in this sandbox and we were at the park and he was in you know what I mean? It's not that.
What
It's
magazine is it?
fucking-
Or a tabloid
This is,
or whatever?
it's called Reality T
Oh, come on.
on Yahoo Entertainment.
It could be based on nothing. They could just be like, let's just throw this out there and see if it
Absolutely
gets any
bullshit.
clicks.
No way. I don't. But you think that? I think that's crazy. It says hyphen sources. I'm not going to put the article back up. It says hyphen sources. That means hyphen fucking publicists. And I'm just telling you that if there's a story about those two breaking up, it is not about Sean Penn.
No, of course not. Why
And if
would
it's
it
not
be?
about
That's
Sean
stupid.
Penn, then why are they hiding it? And I truly believe that it's probably because listen to me. Leo never heard the whole story about Don's Plum.
No.
He never, ever, ever, ever heard it. He never went to the depositions. He never let us tell our side of the story in that room that night. Leonardo DiCaprio never heard my side of the story. He never heard what fucking happened to me that night. Never.
With Toby.
With Toby. He never heard that
Until
night.
you wrote it in your book.
Until I wrote it in my book.
So you
And
think
I know that all of his people read the book.
Uh-huh.
They have to. I know that. Because it has him coercing a TV star into masturbating in front of a bunch of friends. They read the whole book. All of them. They read the whole book.
I hope they liked it. You worked really hard on it.
So it's
I
the
hope
first time
they enjoyed it.
that Leonardo DiCaprio or any of his fucking people beyond only his attorneys, they were the only people in the room during my deposition. You can read in my deposition. It'll tell you who was there.
Mm-hmm.
Tells you who's there. Everybody that's there, it says it. And yeah, they taped it, but you think fucking Leo spent a minute of his life watching my fucking deposition? No.
No, in his post-Titanic life, where he's like the king of the world everywhere he goes. No, he's not going to spend any time doing that.
So if Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire are breaking up, there is a fucking good chance that, because remember, this friendship goes back to 1990, what the fuck ever. 90? 91? 92?
Mm-hmm.
Way fucking back, man. Way back. I think it goes back maybe even to 89. It goes all the goddamn way back.
I have a question.
And then all of a sudden, a year after my book comes out, Sean Penn comes along and breaks them up because they can't get enough of each other? Come on, man.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay. Why would they put out a story that's like so not sensational? Like, who cares? Like, nobody's talking about the friendship.
It's a 2-minute read.
I know.
Nobody cares. It's a 2-minute read.
You're saying that a publicist is behind this, but why would they be? Like, what would they accomplish? Because nobody cares whether they're friends or not friends. Like, they could break up and then nobody would know because nobody cares.
It's like planting seeds. So you have like now the seed is planted that Toby and Leo are on the outs, or that they're breaking up, or that there's some hurt in between them, and that it stems back to this relationship that began between Leo and
Okay,
his
I understand what the story
buddy.
is, but why would it exist? Because who cares about whether they're friends or not? Is anybody asking? Like,
yeah, what are you talking about? It's been publicized forever. The
Toby's
Toby and Leo
side
bromance?
is the
What are you
only one
talking
that
about?
ever publicizes their friendship because he loves to have his name put next to one of the biggest stars, right? It helps keep him relevant.
Is
So
there
his
nobody in chat,
publicists
or-
are very interested. What?
Go ahead. Never mind. It's just we
Listen. Toby's publicists are the only ones who are ever interested in framing this in the media that Toby is super close friends with DiCaprio because he benefits from that association. That Toby remains relevant because he's got this huge mega movie star as a best friend. Okay.
Yeah.
So why would Toby's publicists, who have been the only side that's ever putting this shit out anyway, why would they say that there's a breakup? Like, what would they gain from that? And why are they trying to make us interested in something that nobody's been talking about? Like, I just don't know. I don't understand what the play is here. It's not like sometimes you'd hear something like this and they're trying to like get ahead of a story, or they're trying to like, like they're trying to answer some story in the tabloids or something. But
Let me
there's
tell you
like
what's
nobody
happening.
fucking cares.
That writer, right, is either being contacted by a publicist or calling a publicist and saying, I want something, or have you got something, or whatever. That's how this works. This guy is not dreaming up the article. When he says sources, It isn't some fucking family member. It isn't a friend. It isn't a guy down the street. It isn't somebody at a restaurant who ever heard him.
I
It
agree
isn't
with
his
you.
fucking
So-
masseuse.
But my question is why?
I think it's because if it's publicly known that they're broken up, there's a couple reasons. Well, look, if I'm going to get into conspiracy theory that that Don's
Please.
Plum had something to do with it, and that my book had something to do with it,
Uh-huh.
then the last thing he wants to do is call attention to the book. So if there's any kind of publicity around any kind of rift growing between the two, what he doesn't want is that being pointed to the book, which would attract readers, which would be bad.
Mm-hmm.
So then
what's the play then?
So then you would manufacture a story. Well, here's the play is that everyone knows. So it's not the play. Here's the circumstance. The circumstance is that everybody knows in Hollywood. Let's pretend that everybody around Leo circles knows that those guys are estranged now, that their friendship has crumbled. They use the word, by the way, in the article, they put quotes around crumbling. They put quotes around that.
Amazing.
Yeah, there's quotes around that.
It's so weird. Like they're fucking middle-aged men. Like does anybody like that? I feel like never in the history of the world has anybody talked about middle-aged men's relationships crumbling with each other.
Quote crumbles
Like,
over Sean Penn. Yeah. So
it's
listen.
like it's like they're treating them like they're Real Housewives or something.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Well, listen, if you don't recall, I do. There was, for a fucking decade at least, maybe, yes, certainly more than a decade, probably since the mid 2000s, after Toby's rise to fame, their bromance was front and fucking center.
Yes,
all the
and
time.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's always been Toby's
Do
publicist.
you remember the Tony
that have-
Blaine photo that they said was photoshopped of them with their penises out?
Tony Blaine?
Sorry, did I say Tony Blaine?
Yeah.
David Blaine?
Oh.
Toby Blaine,
Yeah, where he's in a
Leo.
bathrobe.
They're in it looks like kimonos. Actually, they look like they're in a
Oh yeah, like a hotel or something.
like some kind of Asian setting. It looks like
They look like they're on hotel couches in bathrobes. Is what it looks like.
that situation.
That
like
situation?
since then, it's just like that the Toby Leo bromance when they were kids always it was being stuffed down our necks, and I didn't
Yes,
know that it
I
wasn't the
know.
curiosity of just fans. Now I know that it was a publicist, and the only publicist that would have done that
Right.
would have been Toby's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But this is definitely not Toby's, because this is Leonardo DiCaprio and Toby Maguire's friendship crumbling, and then it's got a picture of Leo with his new buddy Sean Penn. It's a fucking wild little article to find in your inbox. I'm in my inbox and I'm like, oh, an article about Leo. Let me see, because I have him tagged now.
Yeah.
Which is recent, by the way. I only just started doing that. It's not been a great idea, to be honest. Getting news about this guy every day is not
Let me keep tabs on my biggest abuser.
exactly. It's not a lot of fun.
That'll be great for the mental health.
Doesn't work great all the time. Erica is here. Fel Baumling is here. Delicate is here. What's going on? Stacy is here.
Phil Humling said, "Howdy, all."
I couldn't see the chat. When I came out of that rant and I was like, oh my God, I just chased everybody away because they think I've lost my fucking mind.
You have though.
Well,
I think that's why people tune in.
Yeah, that's
Is today the day that Dale totally cracks?
could be.
Could be.
You never
Stay
know
tuned.
when it's going to happen. Stay tuned. Oh my God, guys. Anyway, that's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. Let's talk about the first thing on the thumbnail, which is Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not going to lie, man. I didn't know who this was. I saw her and I was like slightly recognizable, but I'm not sure I know who she is.
Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful
well,
black
listen,
woman.
I will
Yeah.
tell you that
Yeah.
I am constantly showing you music videos of hers, because I'm like, look at these butts.
Oh, that's the one?
That's the one.
Oh, then I know exactly who she is. Yeah. Okay. It's just like the it's like ass fest.
It's like booty show, booty show, booty
Yeah.
show.
Booty fest. That's what it should be called. Booty fest.
Yeah, like when she played Coachella, I was like, oh sweet, the booty show's almost on.
The booty show. Yeah. She's
It's fantastic.
she puts it out there.
Very entertaining.
So she won her defamation case, and it is a very interesting case.
Yeah,
Thanks to
tell me
Delicate,
about
by
it.
the way, who also
I wasn't sure that it was relevant to us, but then you explained something that did sound really, really interesting. And so you're saying, so people are saying that it might have that might give us a little hint about how Blake Lively's case might go, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they would do this, but they would just have to prove that somebody like Andy Signor knowingly spread information he knew was false.
Okay.
And if they can do that, then there is a precedent now for somebody like Andy Signor to become financially liable for that situation.
Oh shit.
And I don't know what this other.
So what was Megan's case about?
What was Megan's case about? Megan's case was about a blog, a vlogger or whatever, fucking a creator.
Okay.
She was a witness to a trial in a shooting that was very traumatic to her.
Yes.
So she was a witness in that case, and either her deposition or her testimony, this person misquoted. So took her testimony out of context or something to that effect and publicized it. Yikes. Or said that she had said,
we do that.
Maybe even could have even maybe, well, no, we don't. That's not true. We absolutely don't do that.
I mean, not on purpose.
We absolutely don't do that.
Okay.
This person had a purpose. This person had it out for this woman.
Oh yeah, right. Because malice is one of those is part of defamation.
We don't do anything like that. We actually read stuff out loud. When we've thought that at any point, and it has happened, that they were either making an interesting argument or that there was something to consider, or whenever I felt like Justin Baldoni might have been justified, I've spoken on ad nauseum about how I felt like Justin Baldoni should have been given the opportunity to finish his director's cut before Blake Lively was ever invited into the editing room.
I didn't mean to distract the conversation. Erica D. Holmes said Megan was shot in the foot by her ex-boyfriend, and that was the trial.
Thank you for the clarity on that. I did not know that. That's horrible.
Yeah.
So she was going through that. Yeah. So obviously a traumatic experience. That means she was almost killed. So that's insane. So this person had, spread these false things about her testimony, and then also encouraged people to watch a deep fake porn of her.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, like just reporting on it, she was like, this thing exists. You guys want to see it?
I don't know to what extent, if they provided the link or whatever it was, but but what I read sort of seemed to want to make clear that what they were accused of doing was circulating.
Well, that makes sense why Megan would go after her, because it's one thing to just have like a channel where you're talking about like pop culture and maybe you get some things wrong. But if you're sharing deep fake pornography, like revenge porn, deep fake type shit, that's another thing entirely.
So
I'd want that person to get to pay too.
Yeah. So this influencer, I don't even need to justify the person's name. I don't know who they are. Fuck them, because they're already bullshit. Part of the reason why we're doing this is because I'm so fucking tired of turning on YouTube and seeing liars presenting lies for people. And
it is really frustrating.
And that's how I feel about most of the creators that I encounter now who are covering. I feel like all they are is publicist puppets.
Oh yeah, and also like I get so excited when somebody's talking about Don's Plum because they've discovered it and they have like a movie channel, and then they try and explain the controversy about it and they get everything wrong. I'm like, guys, the information's out there. Like, you could literally just ask. Like, Dale is so available.
God, I'm the most available guy. I'm also like the most exposed guy around Don's Plum. I mean, if you put Don's Plum in, you won't have to read much to get my name.
Exactly.
Usually,
it's just fucking lazy.
Like there was a guy this just a few days ago. Don's Plum blew up on TikTok with like 2 million views on this video.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it was good. It was fine, except he got it all wrong. The guy doing it got it all wrong. And look, and it's fine, but I was like, wow, and it's cool. He put together a good video, and he's obviously a smart creator. Like he rounded up 2 million views on an old topic with old information. Like he got 2 million views, peddling 2008.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to know. People want to hear about Don's Plum.
Kind of kills me though, because like I'm sitting here on this book.
Because it's him and not
I
you.
literally wrote to prevent that from happening, to try and stop that from happening. And there he is doing it. But, got 2 million views. And yeah, we got, still got some people coming by and saying hello. And, maybe some people even show up here tonight. Who knows? But
here's some more context about Megan and what she went through. Okay.
Thank you.
Her abuser was a really popular rapper, and his fans really smeared her, called her a liar for seeking justice. There was a smear campaign. So that was Erica D. Reinhold, and then Delicate said there was a smear campaign when she was shot.
Yeah, so these are, so yeah, I mean, if I were somebody like Andy Signor or Sassy Dave Navarro, I wouldn't be very comfortable in my situation.
Oh my God, yeah, I forgot about him.
If I were any one of the creators who got off the phone with any one of the people who could be directly linked to the parties, I would be terrified.
Brian Friedman.
I'd be sitting right with Brian Friedman or any of the publicists or any of their associates or any of their lawyers' associates, any of the fucking people who might be able to get tied directly. Anybody who might have even said to me, hey man, so listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm directly connected with the lawyers, and I just want to tell you that they're listening. We saw this with one creator. She came on, just undone excited about how they're listening. And how,
that was Dana. What's her name?
Is that her name, Dana?
Yeah, she talks about how she's like
I thought she might flutter into
she's
a
an
cry.
industry professional, but I looked her up, and I think she's a casting director, who used to be.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I mean, what all does she know?
Casting director starts as actor. Yeah. Probably went to screenwriter.
I was like, I was a casting director. I don't know shit. What? She's some authority.
So I think it's a very bad situation to be a creator like Andy Signor or like Sassy Dave Navarro or any other creator who has knowingly been in contact with their publicists and putting out their spin on things. Andy was the first to put out many of the propaganda videos that Brian Friedman handed down, particularly the slow dance video.
Yep, that's right.
Was broken by, the great Andy Signor. He's a puppet. And it's not entirely.
He was excited. He got the scoop.
Yeah, dude, he got the
happy.
scoop. He's got 1 million followers. He's cashing checks all day long.
We'll see how it goes.
They do their bidding, and oh my God, dude.
Would you be excited if you got the scoop?
No, I don't care, dude. Listen,
if you got an exclusive
scoop
from the source
from Blake's camp reached out to us. I'm sure of it.
Oh, you think so?
And when I say that, I don't think it was a direct early in our TikTok moment, because we had actual momentum in TikTok. Like, one of the reasons I kind of miss TikTok is because we could get a crowd on TikTok.
Yeah.
And we have our regulars here, and it's awesome. But we can't. I just can't seem to get a crowd here, which is fine. But it would be nice to grow a little. I digress. I got right after, so before anyone had started really talking about it yet, I got a text on TikTok from somebody who said, who sent me the Norman case.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I have the Norman case because somebody said, hey, just so you know, you should look at this. It was just somebody who pushed something to me.
We didn't know that there were other previous lawsuits against Baldoni until that person showed up.
I sat on it though.
Yeah. So,
because
I mean, it's old news anyway.
The reason I sat on it was because it got pushed to me, and I was like, and the party was redacted. So I was like, this is redacted. I don't know who gave this to me. Mm-hmm. They didn't give me any kind of fucking chain of custody on this thing. So am I going to go out there and start fucking waving papers in people's faces? So I just laid off of it until I heard somebody else talk about it, and I was like, and another thing.
So you're saying that maybe that might have been somebody on the inside gave you a scoop? No.
It felt very much like that.
Did it?
Yes, and
but you have no reason to believe that.
I have every reason to believe that.
No, I know, but you don't have any real reason to. You just had a feeling, in a sense.
Nobody told me that. Nobody identified themselves as a party to the case or as attached to the case or to the.
That's different than what that clip of Dana saying.
But I know what it's like to be past information.
Yeah, that's very different than what that lady Dana, the pro Baldoni content creator.
Yeah,
she was talking about how people in the legal team were talking to them directly. I was like, oh.
Yeah, let me put it this way.
That's
actually.
Not a good look.
I got a bunch of scoops. I got scoops about Tobey Maguire grooming a teenager.
Yeah, I know. Well, so this is the thing.
But let me finish what I'm trying to say about this, because where I'm trying to go with this is that I get these scoops, these other scoops, and I know so-called scoops. They're not even scoops. They're people telling me their stories. And so that's why, I felt like this was something pushed and pressed, like, hey, maybe you could talk about this, make one of them fancy videos, as opposed to like these other people who are like, hey man, I identify with what you went through. I went through something really creepy with Tobey Maguire, and I've never talked about it in public, but I want to talk about it with you. Can I tell you my story? I have a bunch of those.
I every time you've told me about those, I immediately get paranoid because I read Catch and Kill by Ronan Farrow.
Yeah.
And in that book, he talks about how Harvey Weinstein had this really, really devious scheme where he would he paid for like the spy agency to work for him, and they would pose as people who were like would make contact with his victims and then like befriend them. And this happened to Rose McGowan. She was somebody contacted her and said that they wanted to invite her to speak at some conference, some women's, something about sexual assault survivors or something like this. Okay. And they were like, Rose McGowan, you'd be perfect for this. We'd love to have you. And then this was an actual event. And then they started to coordinate. I don't know whether the event actually happened or not, but she ended up building a friendship with this woman who she only found out later was this like Israeli spy that had been hired by that had been planted in her life and given her contact info and everything from fucking Weinstein's, like the network that he hired to go after his victims.
So funny. It's like,
isn't that fucked up?
Israeli spy.
No, it's so crazy because so every time you have been contacted with somebody's story where they're like, hey, I want to tell you my story so that you will talk about it. I'm like, that's a fucking trap. Because it's so easy for somebody to convince you, like, so back to Andy Signor, you know how he's making this documentary, he's talking to a bunch of crew members, or like he thinks that it's credible that he's talking to the people who own the house that they used as a location, like their opinion of Blake Lively makes any fucking difference.
Yeah.
Well, so
their deep, rich history with her.
When he's being told this story and shared opinions, right, by these people, and then he goes and he puts them up, it really destroys his credibility because it's not believable, nor is it credible. And the fact that he thinks it is makes him kind of a dummy. And so I was always just really wary about.
You say kind of.
Well, he's an opportunist, so I never know whether he's like a dummy or he understands how ridiculous it is, and he's just putting it out there because it'll get clicks and money or whatever.
Well, why I poke at it is because I think that a clever opportunist would be able to weigh the risk versus reward.
Yeah, and
I don't think he does that at all.
I don't think he does that very well.
No. He sent a video of himself fucking pleasuring himself to a woman while he was married. That is dumb.
It's real dumb.
That's stupid.
Evidently, because look, it just keeps.
Of course, it came to
him,
bite
right?
him. Of course, it did.
So the reason why I was always really wary about these people who are contacting you with these personal stories, if they had the hopes that you would share it, I'm always nervous that it's like a kind of a trap. Like, all it would take is for you to share something that's not credible, and then somebody could make a big deal out of that and show the whole world how you're not credible, that you believe things that are total bullshit, and so nothing that you ever say could be taken as truth. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
Like, it's really easy for in a trial for them to impeach a witness by just pointing out that they lied to some authority ever, and now the jury is like, okay, well, this person's a liar. I guess I can't really trust anything they're saying.
Exactly.
Even if the story they're telling is totally truthful.
Impeach the witness, man.
And so I was just, I'm always really wary that somebody's going to try and get at you that way.
Go ahead. The thing I always I think about it often actually, because if the book ever does take off, and it might, I'm just sitting around waiting. I don't know how else to deal with this, but if it ever does, they're going to come at me, with something. They're not going to just sit around and
it's going to be some fucking sneaky shit like that, dude. Because Weinstein.
But I'm clean, dude. Like I'm not flawless. I've made plenty of mistakes. People could tell, maybe they could tell some stories about me being drunk and disorderly or whatever.
No, but that's why. That's why it would be some sneaky shit, because nobody could ever just accuse you of being a bad person and win that way, because you're not, because you've never harmed anybody.
Never fucked over a soul in my life.
I know, and so that's why it would be some sneaky
not my
shit
adult
like
life.
this.
As a kid, I had my challenges because I was crawling out of a cavern of abuse.
It's really horrible.
My adult life is straight.
These people that worked for Weinstein, they were able to identify, and it sounds like a lot like what Melissa Nathan has conspired to do. You see these text messages where she was like, wow, it really goes to show that people were really eager to hate on women, You know, like they'll
Yeah.
exploit that kind of shit. Like what Harvey Weinstein did by sending this person into Rose McGowan's life to befriend her is they were like, okay, well, we have identified that Rose McGowan is interested in a sisterhood. Isn't that fucked up?
Yes.
And so they're like, okay, well, that's our opening. So they identify what a person wants. You're always talking about how you want to collaborate, you know? So I was like, okay, well,
Yeah, I'm so vulnerable.
that's how they're going to fucking get you, man. And it sucks that you have to like be paranoid, but that's the way that these rich and powerful people who have, you know, they can hire these people to manipulate others and like best their enemies through these like really weird Machiavellian schemes, you know? They don't give a fuck whether it's just or not.
Oh my God, Shannon just dropped news.
What happened?
Andy Signor lost his motion to quash. Sounds like he has to turn over everything. Oh my God.
Do you think he's talking about it?
He's going to get sued. He must be
Didn't he
so
sue
scared.
her though? Doesn't he have a lawsuit against
no,
Live?
no, that was just a motion. That's just
No. I think he actually filed a lawsuit.
He didn't. That was those. It wasn't. I looked into that because you said so. It's not. Those were all just motions, and they call them.
I remember seeing that, and I was like, why would you poke that dragon?
Well, they name the motion by the parties. So
see.
if he files a motion, it would be a motion.
Because he's a non-party.
Because he's a non-party.
Got it.
So it's anyway. But if he has to turn everything. Look, all I'm saying is, here's what I'm saying about this. I hope that if they find something that this fucker did to spread these lies, if they can prove that he was a part of their propaganda machine, I hope he loses everything. I hope his channel is bankrupt. I hope his reputation is bankrupt.
It's true.
I hope he has to go and get a fucking office job and figure it all out again. Because this would be the second time he's struck out. Because
it shouldn't exist, right? A channel that's built on like trying to fucking ruin somebody's reputation with fucking lies shouldn't
disgusting.
Exist.
I literally blew up my relationship with him and got the only income I had from my book taken down, because it's the only interview I've ever done for my book, is with Andy fucking Signor. And he took it down, and I couldn't be happier about it. And I've lost a lot of book sales as a result.
Yeah.
Like, it's depressing almost, especially through this latest cycle. Because I know, having that video been there, it was approaching 1 million views probably. You know, when last I looked, it was at, I think, 600 and change.
And he had a fight with you, and then he was like, fuck this guy.
So he deleted all the interviews with me, which was fucking fine with me, because in the video, I'm praising him because he's like, I'm going to take down your video. I was like, I want you to take him fucking down, Andy. I don't want to be associated with you.
Why are you shouting?
Well, because I shouted at him.
You shouted at him. That's true.
And so, yeah, I told him I wanted to take the videos down. Wanted him to take the videos down because in the video, I praise him to the heavens, dude. I'm like, I love you. I want the world for you. I want this thing to go to the moon. Like, I'm saying all these things in the video.
This is one of my favorite
like
qualities.
Straight up endorsement of Andy Signor.
Qualities of yours. Like, you are genuinely so fucking jazzed about people accomplishing goals and succeeding at what they want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You're a super supportive person. It's really
yeah.
sweet.
I'm excited for people.
And Mateo said Andy has 2 bad lawyers.
Andy has 2 bad lawyers. Sounds like a fucking great idea for a sitcom. Andy has 2 bad lawyers. It's a great, like a mini series, you know, like Kevin, Go Fuck Yourself, Kevin, or whatever.
Kevin Can Go Fuck Himself.
Andy has 2 bad lawyers.
You like that show, right?
Kevin Can Go Fuck Himself was genius, dude.
I loved it too.
It was imperfect. Great. It was imperfect, but it was chef's kiss.
I know.
Love that.
It was a great surprise.
All right. Do you want to get to business? I believe a frog.
Don't you die on me.
Don't you die on me. Do you want to?
Let me get into this chat here.
And then at Fellbaum, he's like, I really want that Flaw woman to get her bad news.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about her. Yeah, she's the worst. Oh my God.
I want her to fucking.
I wonder if she read the news about Megan, about Megan prevailing in court and was like, gulp, you know?
Yeah.
Delicate said, what if it was Shane Norman that contacted you directly? That's a plot twist.
Oh my God. That's not an impossibility at all. I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think that they settled. I think he's fine to move on, Shane Norman. I went looking in his in the lawsuit, because I thought that we were going to cover it eventually, in his lawsuit, he's citing a bunch of, apparently the contentious moment was that he had posted about, I think it was the George Floyd protest, some George Floyd protest. And he was talking about it. And then somebody, bless you. May you be blessed. Somebody who worked at Wayfair had a problem with his social media posts.
Yeah.
And then he got defensive about it, and then they called him an angry black man. This is his Shane Norman's allegations.
Correct.
That's why he sued them for racial discrimination.
Yeah.
Because he said that after he complained about that mistreatment, they retaliated against him.
It's the most awful thing that you can.
Very awful.
It's such one of the most passively racist things you can say.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
especially with the Man Enough brand. Like they were all working on the
And
Man Enough podcast.
I'm not even talking about like
completely antithetical to everything they're fucking talking about.
Yeah, and when I say that, I'm not even talking about like any kind of stereotyping. I'm talking about like the idea that what's embedded in them
Yeah, of course.
is that men of color are angry, not by default, or
Oh yeah, you're gonna tone police
like,
a person
right?
when
yeah.
everybody is in
Thank
the
you.
streets
Yeah.
protesting. It's very, very obviously horrific thing that happened.
When
in
we
the
all
country.
saw Rodney King, we all know about slavery. I mean, shut the fuck
It's
up.
an unbelievable stance.
It's
to
an
take.
unbelievable stance to take.
Okay, so anyway, my point is for bringing this up was that I went into his history on Instagram
Yeah.
to find the post because I was like, well, this is something worth screenshotting if we're ever going to cover it. And he's deleted that. He's deleted like several months around that time. So
Yeah.
I don't know whether that was something that they had agreed to. I don't know why they would, but he's definitely not trying to. I mean, he's curated that sort of thing out of his.
Well, that's why he was
social
redacted,
media.
and that's why I feel like this is coming from an official channel
Mm-hmm.
because it was redacted. Everything was according to the settlement,
Will you excuse me for 2 seconds?
and it was I will.
Okay. I have to blow my nose.
Angela will be back momentarily. In the meantime, I'll go to chat. I'm not going to go to a single shot because then, why bother? She's going to be right back. Let's see. Where are we? There was a smear campaign when she was shot. Oh, yeah. This is Megan. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't catch any of that. I feel weird about that. You think I must have heard something. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Delicate said that, mentioned a comment I said about independently verifying the info. I just can't believe that people don't even do like the bare minimum. Like, I'm not saying like, hey, go read all the the encyclopedia of fucking this entire case or whatever, but get reasonably educated. Like, get reasonably get real. I mean, well, you don't even have to get real. Just get reasonably educated. Like, if you're going to talk about it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm certainly not going to show up in a conversation about this and pretend to have any kind of, I'm going to use the word authority, even if that's way too thick a word. But, I'm not going to present myself with knowledge if I don't have it. It's a fool's errand right there, So, and yet that's what we have mostly. That's what Andy Signor is. Andy Signor doesn't read anything. He doesn't read a fucking thing. He reads the article live, like as he's making his videos. He'll be like, oh, what's going on? Oh, okay, I'll read it real quick. And then he'll just like skim through it and be like, oh, that's garbage. And then he'll have his opinion and then he comes up with his persona, his Popcorn Planet persona. Hey, everybody. Whatever that is.
Are you mocking him?
Yeah, I am. I'll mock him forever. Well, eventually he's, I hope he just disappears and he's never even a topic. But I couldn't be more excited about his motion to quash being quashed.
I think it's a shame because I really liked his, when he first started out, he was just talking about movies. And that was good content. He made a really great channel.
Yeah, and then he did Deal with the Devil, man.
I don't know why, man.
I'll tell you why,
Fucking
because he became a propagandized creator during the Depp v. Heard, and he blew up.
I know it.
He got, look.
So it's incentivized.
People come. I just got a comment on one of our videos mocking us for not having any followers, like having low followers. And it's because we're stupid and we're the only ones talking about it. Andy Signor himself yelling me, you're the only one doing this, Dale, which obviously isn't true. But he's fucking yelling at me, talking about our lonely existence.
Okay, I mean, like, what is this, peer pressure? Like, what fucking grade are you in,
Yeah,
bro?
and also,
I fucking give a shit about being the only one doing something. That's actually, I mean, a lot of people seek that I don't know.
I thought it was very revealing. I thought it was like, oh, so you're just doing this
Yeah.
because it's the gravy train. You're not doing this because you believe any of it. You're just going, you're okay. You're content with harming people for entertainment and money. You're content with that. As a human being, Andy Signor sleeps comfortably intending to harm Blake Lively.
Yeah.
Intending to harm Ryan Reynolds. Intending to harm Taylor Swift. He sleeps comfortably with that. He looks at them as objects, celebrity, and he has no conscience whatsoever as it relates to
Exploiting them.
How he would exploit them. This, of course, is all my opinion only.
For entertainment purposes.
And this is obviously for entertainment purposes because we're yucking it all the time on here, are we not? Oh my God, I almost broke out into, what is it? Tony Tone. What's his name? Tony Tone.
Tone?
Tony Tone.
What are you talking about?
You know,
No.
Andy Kaufman.
Oh, Andy Kaufman.
Tony
Oh my
Tone.
God.
Isn't his name Tony Tone?
Tony Clifton?
Tony Clifton. Tony Clifton. All right. You want to finish off chat before we go into the timeline? We're going back into Exhibit 17, I suspect.
I wonder if this Andy from Popcorn Planet lost his motion to quash. I wonder if that's on the docket. I got to find out.
Well, it's an exciting development.
I know. I'm going to look all into it.
Listen, the one thing that I think is the biggest get if she can make it happen is to break down the social media attack, because that's where the damage is being done. Like the real harm came with the Andy Signors, the fucking Sassy Dave Navarros, the, Kirsty Flaws. Oh, that woman's name gives me hives.
Oh, Mateo said that we're talking about Andy Signor drama. Do you want to hear this, or is this stupid?
No, let's hear it.
Okay. Remember Kim that was co-hosting with him?
Yeah.
That apparently she's gone for a few weeks, and maybe there's this Mateo saying that maybe she's trying to distance herself. I mean, it could just be that she's like traveling. I mean, it's the holidays.
I'd love to have her
it's
on
the
the
holidays, like she could just be out of town.
If that's the case, I would love to have her on here, man. She's a Canadian.
You'd have her on here.
Yeah, well, yeah, especially if it's if she's recovering.
Yeah, well, she participated in trying to bury Blake, so I don't know how much I want to align with people like that.
LOL, Andy Signor got denied. Oh my God, I'm so excited about it. I might change the title. Should I work on a new thumbnail right now? I'm so excited about it. Signor loses. Oh my God. Fucking dude. I wish I could play. I could play you my side. I'm literally screaming at him.
Don't.
Why are you trying to ruin this woman's life, Andy? I'm screaming that at him. Why are you doing it?
So what was his answer?
He said one of them, he threw many that were similar to, she's Tobey Maguire, Dale. I'm like, no, she's not. You don't know anything about her. You know nothing. You don't even know anything about Tobey Maguire, fool. What are you talking about? You don't know anything about anything.
It's not like you read your book or anything.
Why are you doing it? Do you hate women? I was like yelling all kinds of shit. I may have said that. I want to hear I want to hear it myself. I just want to hear it because I just want to remember the conversation, because it was hilarious, because it was a bit of a meltdown on his part.
I think if you edited it, it would be especially if you I filmed your side of it, right?
Yeah.
And you're pacing in our house. So you're absolutely
prohibited. You filmed it on your phone.
You're absolutely prohibited from playing the video because it's all inside of our house.
Well, I can play the audio.
You could play the audio, yeah.
We can just blur it and put my face.
Okay, so what?
So it's interesting because Kim has been distancing herself.
Well, they're assuming they don't know,
Well,
but it's the holidays.
It's months. Somebody said since she's been gone, months.
It's the holidays. She maybe she got sick. Maybe she had to
She's
move
sick.
home.
They said she got sick.
Mm-hmm.
Months.
Yeah.
And it's possible you can get sick for months nowadays.
Yeah.
These days. I wish I could see your guys' usernames. It's driving me fucking crazy. It's a glitch, apparently. I looked it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be like that?
It's a glitch in their fucking matrix. We're supposed to be seeing everybody's names. Because right now, I don't know. I don't even, Happiness is Your Life. Obviously, we see Happiness is Your Life all the time. But I can't remember their actual username. And I'm now News Daily 8270.
You should read the docket. The judge basically said she doesn't trust Andy and caught inconsistencies.
Wow.
All right. Is it on the
Where is
lively
it?
docket?
Yeah, we'll go get it right now.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Where did we find it? Which docket? We'll read it live.
I don't know, because if it's a she judge, we don't have a she judge. Lyman is not a she judge.
No, in Florida, it might be the Florida judge that's because they're it's the same thing as, well, we'll see.
Okay.
It obviously is a female judge.
Okay, so here on the lively docket, I've got an order from the judge ordered unsealed a recording, which is Exhibit 43 to Blake Lively's motion for spoliation sanctions. Okay. Also, a joint letter addressing the judge from Kristen Toller, consent of parties to clarify the scope of the parties' stipulations to extend deadlines. Okay. And then a couple things yesterday. So it's a different docket, I guess. Trying to find this live. Sorry, guys. I don't have it. That's all we have for today on the docket. There's a couple things from yesterday. Where are you looking?
Nowhere.
Shanna knows said the link I just sent is where I found it. Did you get a link? Hey, Dale.
Hang on a second. I gotta fuck somebody up.
What are
I'm
you
doing
doing?
it live.
What are you doing? Speak it.
Somebody's making fun of me saying that I'm a producer. So my response is, I produce Leonardo DiCaprio. What's your experience? Because they're like, I'm from Hollywood, and I'm like, I'm from fucking Hollywood. I know all about it.
Everybody's
I
from
don't need to
fucking
hear your
Hollywood,
little
bro.
fucking tooting horns that you're from fucking Hollywood, because I've been there, buddy. And then he goes, no, because this isn't some office job. It was a movie, and it was written into the job description. I can totally mistreat you is in the job description.
Hey.
Similar to a modeling agency wanting a specific body type. You should know that, Mr. Oh, I'm a producer. And they do that, that annoying when they.
When
That's
they
why
do
I'm doing
all
that.
caps and lowercase.
Caps and lowercase,
Yeah.
like I'm some kind of fucking child.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, I produced Leonardo DiCaprio. What's your experience? Just gonna say.
Hey, we were in the middle of something, right?
No, I got excited though.
Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay.
You
were.
asked. I told you.
Okay. So Shanna Knows sent a link
Okay.
that I would like you to try and find and follow,
Okay.
because apparently that's where. Do you remember we were talking about Andy Signor a minute ago?
No, I'm gonna look it up because wait, don't be ridiculous. I'm looking up what he just said. Look up Popcorn Planet versus Lively. Court listener. Is that what I'd be looking on? Is that what I'd be looking on?
Well, see, if you
I
have
said it almost like a Irish man.
it's helpful if you have a link to the docket, because if we don't, then it's really hard to find.
Motion to quash subpoena by Popcorn Planet.
There we go.
Motions referred to magistrate. Is that what I'm looking at?
I think so. Yeah.
Download PDF. Well, are you going to read it?
Well, I'd like to.
Well, why aren't you downloading it then?
Can you get it to me?
Well, why would you do that when you just do it with your phone right there?
Yeah, but I can't. I don't have a link. You do.
Is it Court Listener? Do you use Court Listener?
Well, if you send me the link, I can open it because I have an
I'll
account.
send it to you right now. You do? Okay, that's what I was asking. If you use it, that's the whole point. Is Mercury fucking still super slow or something?
You guys are gonna see. You guys can see how the sausage is made behind the scenes at Two Real Live.
How the sausage is made.
Do you have the link?
That
Send
was
it to
fun.
me. No, you have a link.
I know I have a link. That's not the question. The question is, oh, Angela.
Thanks, Shannon knows. She's our producer today.
We need it. This is called Link. Yeah.
What'd I get? You sending it to me?
Yeah, it's been sent.
Okay. It has to go all the way up to the satellite and then all the way back down
Yeah,
into
dude,
this room.
give it a chance. Gotta go to space, bro. And back. It's gotta go through the loop.
All right, here we go. That's the shit.
Yeah, News Daily is saying it's Court Listener. I've never gone to the docket. Angela's done all the docket work around here. I'm an editor, and I'm a writer, and I'm a complainer. I don't do the research. Shannon emailed the link as well. You said, yeah. Oh my God, we're gonna watch that tonight.
What?
After this, the 50 Cent Diddy doc is out tonight.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, we're
gonna go fucking watch
we're
that
gonna talk
shit
about
right
it
away.
tomorrow.
Oh shit.
We should have a watching party.
We should have a watching party.
Okay,
So Shannon said we should do like reaction videos or whatever, but I don't even know how. So what? You can't really watch somebody else's stuff. What about the copyright? Is it just like a camera on your face?
I don't know
where
how
you're
that
going
works either.
like, what are we doing? Bill Hader faces?
No, I know. I've seen people have like a little square of whatever it is that they're watching, and then there's just like a camera pointed at them watching the video.
Delicate just said Dale's ADHD makes me feel seen.
Okay, so here I'm on this docket that you sent me the link for.
Yeah.
Popcorn Planet Inc. v. Lively.
Speaking of which, before
District Court in Florida.
Yeah, okay. Let me add a little ADHD real quick here. I also wanted to say that I kept those docs in that we talked about yesterday in today's chat, just in case you didn't get to those links and you want to check out those documentaries. And I also included Bill Hader's What's in My Bag episode for you guys.
Sweet.
So if you want to check out the Bill Hader's really entertaining What's in My Bag episode, you can click on the link in our description. Okay, back to now. Right now. You got it?
Yes. Well, here's the thing is I'm a little confused because July 25th, 2025 is the date, that the most recent date on this docket. So it says motion to quash subpoena by Popcorn Planet Inc. Motions referred to Magistrate Judge Lindsey Griffin. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, so I don't have anything any more recent. So this ruling, I'm looking for the ruling. It's apparently the judge is Stern. I don't know.
Well, it's at the bottom. Order denying the move.
Okay. Sorry, I had mine in descending order, and I thought it would just upload like this.
Nope. You're at the filing.
Well, that was I'm sorry, guys. That's a really dumb.
Here's
mistake.
how the sausage is made. This is the part where like the thing breaks and we got to restuff it.
The casing.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Order denying the movement's amended motion to quash and denying as moot the movement's initial motion to quash. Okay, here we go. I got it. It took me long enough. Sorry.
Cozy Life is Lee, by the way, just in case you guys want to know. Go ahead.
All right. This is Popcorn Planet v. Blake Lively.
Yeah.
Under Rule 45, Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, Popcorn Planet moves to quash a subpoena for documents served by Blake Lively, who responds in opposition. Because Popcorn Planet failed to establish that the privilege applies, or otherwise waived that privilege, and fails to demonstrate an undue burden, the amended motion to quash is denied.
I'm so excited. I just want to get some fucking popcorn and I want to eat it. I'm going to have popcorn tonight and I'm going to celebrate. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you want to hear the background on this? Yeah, this is probably good.
Yeah.
The background section. This matter relates to Lively v. Wayfarer Studios, which is pending in the Southern District of New York. Lively sued in December 2024 and alleged that during production of the film It Ends With Us, she experienced sexual harassment and an organized campaign of retaliation led by her co-star Justin Baldoni. According to the complaint, Baldoni engaged crisis manager Melissa Nathan to help Baldoni get ahead of the narrative and mitigate bad press generated by Lively's complaints. The strategy allegedly included.
Oh my God, this is so frightening because when you put this into context and you start recognizing the seriousness of this, and then the fact that he was trying to hide his communications with Melissa Nathan, which he has had since Depp v. Heard.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Keep going. This is so tasty and salty. It's the saltiest, most buttery popcorn I've ever had. Go.
Excuse me. The strategy allegedly included third-party advocates willing to provide a potential quote or engage with reporters on behalf of Baldoni and others, and the seeding of content on traditional and social media platforms.
Oh my God, it's making me afraid for him. And I don't care what happens to him. I mean, I want him to pay for anything he's done. That's what I want for him. Maybe it's just excitement, and maybe I can't tell the difference.
I totally relate to this feeling though, because you're like, it's like when you're when your friend or sibling, like when you're a kid, gets like in trouble for something you totally saw them do, where you're like, ooh, you're in trouble. You know?
It's like that. Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, you're going to be fine.
But you can feel like the gut wrench of it.
You're just going to grab a snack and watch.
Yeah, exactly.
In an amended
popcorn in this case.
Yeah. In an amended pleading, Lively alleges that this campaign continued after the filing of her complaint. According to Lively, the defendants directly engaged with media platforms to overwhelm and confuse the public's understanding of Miss Lively's allegations and to drive negative sentiment against Miss Lively and anyone who supports her or speaks out against Mr. Baldoni. Lively further alleges that this campaign involved statements by the defendant's lawyer, Brian Friedman, who regularly issues inflammatory content to media outlets. These are quotes from her filing. And who says anything, whether true or false, that will harm Miss Lively's credibility and intimidate others from speaking. Lively alleges that Mr. Friedman's statements were published with actual malice because the defendants know that the core narrative advanced by Mr. Friedman, that Miss Lively fabricated made-up sexual harassment claims to seize control of the film, is false.
Oh my God.
That's a citation. The defendants allegedly seeded social media content with content creators on online chat sites like Reddit and into publications with small audiences and with lax editorial standards. The team would then amplify that content by sharing them with larger publications. Among her claims, Lively alleges defamation and defamation per se by Baldoni and others through their agents, including Brian Friedman, based on their publishing false and defamatory statements about Lively. So this continues
shit.
in the background section where the judge is just stating like what are the claims, but it's all cited from other. This isn't the judge writing.
I get it. Obviously, why they're not trying the case.
Excuse me. Andy Signor is the founder and CEO of Popcorn Planet Inc.
He's also a big oaf, just in my opinion.
Are you the founder and CEO of Too Real Live? Are you the CEO?
No, I'm not. I don't know. I am. Too Real is well, it's owned by, Ninth House Publishing.
I just think it's interesting when people are like, I'm the founder and CEO of this thing that only I do. It's not like...
No, I know. It's Chickarelli all over again.
Which he describes as a publicly accessible news and commentary channel with nearly 1 million subscribers and a large daily viewership hosted on Popcorn Planet's designated YouTube channel. Signor describes himself as Popcorn Planet's main host, investigative reporter.
This guy investigates nothing.
Who doesn't read.
He barely reads the instructions on the fucking food he puts in the microwave.
And a paid employee. Signor claims extensive experience in journalism and entertainment news reporting. On July 1st, 2025, Lively subpoenaed Popcorn Planet for 7 categories of information related to the underlying actions. The subpoena calls for a response by July 23rd, 2025. On July 25th, 2025, Signor moved to quash the subpoena, so he was late, which he followed with an amended motion to quash on July 29th, 2025. In the amended motion to quash, Popcorn Planet argues that the subpoena seeks material covered by the journalist's privilege, that Lively cannot overcome the privilege, and that the subpoena imposes an undue burden because Lively could obtain the documents from the defendants. Lively responds that the subpoena does not seek privileged material, that even if it does, Lively can overcome the privilege, and the subpoena imposes no undue burden. So she's speaking about journalist's privilege. Okay?
Oh my God. No Two Troll just gave us $100.
Oh, are you serious?
I can't believe it.
What do you have to do for that?
I don't know.
You got a strip, right?
No, I'm keeping my clothes on.
Are you sure?
Hey,
have you got to do something?
It's a family show, for fuck's sakes. You're incredible. You were really so kind. It's really amazing.
Okay.
Keep going. I'm sorry. It's obviously that hit hard. I was like, whoa,
yeah, of course.
Holy shit. Thank you so much, No Two Trolls.
So I'm going to skip this part. This is applicable law. There's a few pages where they are citing the relevant laws that have been... I'm just going to skip this. You guys can read this if you want. It doesn't seem like it's interesting reading. But here's analysis part, okay?
Well, before you begin, let me just point this out because I thought this was so interesting. Somebody said... Oh, it was News Daily said, I think it's really bad for Andy. I think they're going to connect the Lively stuff with the Amber Heard stuff. He is toast. And I think there's a good chance that this is going to happen. Do you remember, what was it? Where did the other lawsuit, wasn't a lawsuit born from this lawsuit or something?
What do you mean?
Like, didn't they some through discovery, the fear would be that Lively subpoena could uncover wrongdoing in another case
I
and
think what
provoke
you're talking about,
Amber Heard coming after Blake Live.
What
coming after
what I remember based on
Popcorn.
what you just said about them, the Lively lawsuit kind of starting another lawsuit. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Is the insurance company. The insurance companies were like, yo, wait a second. There were text messages where you guys were all talking about how Lively had complaints, but you didn't tell us.
Dude, the chat's crazy. DB1529 said Popcorn Planet claims that if he loses the appeal he plans to file, then he's going to go to jail before handing anything over.
That's stupid.
I would laugh so hard.
No, he's not.
I would
That's
cry
so
laughing.
dumb.
I would have sticky tears and just rosy cheeks. I would look like a Rockwell painting in the winter.
He's just being dramatic. There's no fucking way.
Dude, if Andy Signer goes to jail protecting the people who he fucking tried to...
Well, it's also...
also, it makes... how bad does that look? Like, if he's saying that, how bad does that look?
Nobody's going to put him in
If he's saying... Because he's trying to pretend like he's got some fucking... He's like deep throat or some shit, you know?
I know.
Like, this isn't All the President's Men, you fucking douche, you know? He's scared because he's guilty. That's right. News Daily, because he's guilty as fuck. Oh man, I feel. Listen, it's so funny this is happening.
You gotta be careful though, because he's fucking litigious
Hey,
too.
this is all my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. I said from the beginning, I was like, oh my God, it just feels like the bad guys are winning. The bad guys are winning. And I'm just getting filled with love right now. I'll be like, it's like my diamond was like, yeah, check this shit out. No.
Okay. Do you want me to continue? You love this story.
I love this fucking story.
I know. Dale's going to have me read this.
Fuck you, Andy Signor.
Dale's going to have me read this to him.
Why are you ruining somebody's life, fool? Maybe maybe it's just going to come back at you. Maybe that's how this works. Maybe Dharma takes over.
Dharma?
Isn't it Dharma when it happens within the lifetime?
Oh, I don't know. Karma? Dharma?
No, karma. Doesn't karma happen?
I don't know.
later?
Whatever. That's another language. We don't know what that means.
It's fucking some kind of fucking retribution of some kind. Go ahead. You go.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I want you to. I'm very excited, so I might shout.
I can't be held accountable for my behavior. Okay.
No, it's the right way of living. It's not Dharma.
It's not Dharma.
It's the antithesis to Dharma.
Okay. What's it called?
It's the wrong way of living. I don't know what that is. Poopy.
Dale.
I don't know.
Okay. Now, this is the analysis section. Okay. I'm still reading the judge's ruling where the judge, I guess,
yes,
has ruled against Andy Signor's motion to quash. Okay.
Yes.
Analysis. So I skipped the relevant law.
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't think that'll be interesting reading. Okay. Popcorn Planet fails to show that the journalist privilege applies and otherwise waives its claim of privilege. Signor formed Popcorn Planet in June 20th, 2022 as a Florida for-profit corporation for the purpose of media production.
He rose fast, bro. He rose fast. And that was because he got the help. And this is what, if they uncover this...
You got to hand it to him for his fucking work ethic, though. I mean, I know
absolutely.
that he doesn't read because he's working too fucking much. And it's just, dude, he's accomplishing.
He's also very fast.
Yeah.
He's good at what he does.
If only he had used his powers for good and not evil.
Exactly.
I think I'd still be a big fan of his.
Yeah, if only he had integrity.
Yeah.
If only he had if he had a fucking shred of decency. Mm-hmm. If he didn't have a hatred for women.
Yeah.
And now, by the way, his hatred for women is not something I know. It's only my opinion, which I am voicing here today as a matter of entertaining for you, to entertain you folks, which you can tell it's entertainment. We just got a super big tip because we're just entertaining.
Your smile.
See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Okay, so Andy Signor reinstated the corporation on October 8th, 2025 after an administrative dissolution in 2024. I wonder if that's because of this shit.
By the way, just to add from the chat, that we need to read the judge's footnotes because they're hilarious.
Oh
my God. Why am I having such a good day? It just went from like a shit day to like a great day.
Judge's footnote. Okay, well, let me see.
No, just keep going. Keep going. You're good.
I know. I just wanted to go back up and make sure I didn't skip any. Okay.
It's so exciting.
Signor's declaration claims that Popcorn Planet is a 501c3 corporation, but his publicly available records with the Florida Department of State say otherwise.
Oh, shit. Somebody told him his shit was set up a wrong way.
Judicial notice of these public records is appropriate. Okay.
Of course.
So he reinstated the corporation on October 8th, 2025 after an administrative dissolution in 2024. Signor claims that he is an investigative reporter and receives a salary from Popcorn Planet. Signor describes Popcorn Planet as a publicly accessible news and commentary channel and himself as the show's main host. Popcorn Planet's channel is an account on the website youtube.com through which Signor publishes content. Here's a footnote. Popcorn Planet is a little more than a YouTube channel. Popcorn Planet is little more than a YouTube channel, although Popcorn Planet maintains a website that operates as an online shop for branded merchandise. Popcorn Planet has no independent website.
And legal fees.
Yeah. Popcorn Planet has no independent website for hosting its video content. Popcorn Planet maintains an online account through the web service Patreon for fundraising, as well as accounts on other social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Their social media links directly to the YouTube channel as its homepage and for its content. Popcorn Planet's content, including any paid exclusive content available through its Patreon or web store, is published and hosted exclusively through YouTube. So all of that was a footnote just to say that they're not actually a business. They're a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Signor describes the channel's content as...
So it's because it's scammy, bro.
Yeah.
501c3.
501c3 is really... That's a rough scam to attempt because it's very restrictive. You can't just be a nonprofit unless you're like a teaching organization or some sort of organization that provides charity to people. Like, it's very restrictive. What
so interesting. I think
501c3
he could be exposing himself on a multitude of levels right now. It's wild.
But it's interesting because that if you're a 501c3, it means that you don't own anything either.
Yes.
So I guess like you're trying to escape liability, but you're also like all your computers, all your cameras, everything, it belongs to the nonprofit.
Yeah, that wouldn't matter to him because it's going to be about the big money anyway. He uses a fucking $500 camera. He's making $1 million a year on that thing.
Yeah. Okay. Signor describes the channel's content as news videos, some of which feature legal experts to comment on high-profile court cases, involving celebrities. Signor claims that he is unquestionably entitled to invoke Section 90 5015 Florida statutes, as well as the common law federal privilege, reporter's privilege. Journalist privilege. Signor asserts that Florida courts have already determined that the statutory journalist privilege under the law applies to internet-based entities as long as they report the news. However, none of the cases cited by Signor determines as much or contains significant analysis of the statutory language. Here's a footnote. Signor's motion contains the wrong citations for Gubarev v. BuzzFeed. The order discussing Section 90 is Gubarev v. BuzzFeed. In any event, Gubarev is neither controlling nor particularly persuasive on matter of statutory construction. And as discussed above, Gubarev holds that the section in the law contains no language limiting the Florida reporter's privilege to traditional print media. The footnotes are that's a little in the weeds.
That's okay. Keep going.
Okay. However, none of the cases cited by Signor determines as much or contains significant analysis of the statutory language. Similarly, Signor claims that he is a professional journalist as defined in the section of the law.
Oh my God, dude.
But again,
and I'm a fucking surgeon.
But again, offers no analysis of the statutory language and concludes without explanation that Popcorn Planet satisfies that language.
You know what's so interesting about that? It's true. He is. This is the degradation of journalism in America right here. This is it. It permeates so much deeper than just this fucking clown, but like it goes everywhere. It goes deep. You know, this completely compromised idea of journalism.
It's
now.
also really funny that apparently in his filing he said, Signor claims that he is unquestionably entitled to invoke the Section 90 journalist privilege. And so the
bitch, you're asking.
The judge evidently is like, so you didn't explain, you didn't like even attempt to explain why this covers you. Like they didn't even try to like
inexplicably
make the case. Yeah. They said unquestionably entitled, and the judge is like, actually, we are questioning that.
Yeah, and we're gonna look at the your response. Anyway, continue.
Again, he offers no analysis of the statutory language and concludes without explanation that Popcorn Planet satisfies that language. Finally, Signor claims that the content published by Popcorn Planet constitutes news because that content is information of public concern, namely in the categories of entertainment, culture, and current events. Excuse me. I did a lot of cleaning today, so I'm a little dusty. Okay. To qualify as a professional journalist under the section of the law, Signor must regularly engage in the collection and publication of news while working as a salaried employee or independent contractor for a newspaper, news journal, news agency, press association, wire service, radio or television station, network, or news magazine, explaining that the privilege applies to professional news gathering. Yet, Signor says nothing about how Popcorn Planet fits within the meaning of these terms. For example,
Because he's a fucking podcaster.
He's a podcaster,
He's
yeah.
a fucking YouTuber.
for example,
We're not journalists. We're entertainers.
Yeah, that's
at
right.
best.
they're just talking shit, really.
We're just shit talkers.
I don't even know how entertaining it is. For example, Popcorn Planet concludes without analysis that Popcorn Planet is the type of employer contemplated by the law. However, a YouTube channel such as Popcorn Planet is clearly not a newspaper nor news magazine under a plain and ordinary meaning of those terms.
Oh, this is just, I love this because this is what, seriously, the image that hit my head is his face and it's getting slapped is not, like a Scrooged when she's slapping him. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
Do you see that movie?
The little fairy.
What is her
What's
name? Burnett Peters? Is that her? Burnett Peters is fucking slapping him. Like, you are not a newspaper. Because this guy was spouting
I love that scene.
it's a beautiful scene.
It's great.
She's incredible in it. He was spouting his credentials, calling, this guy is, he's delusional.
It's also like, it's just,
love it.
It's really funny to just be like, no, of course that law was written for me
Oh my
to
God.
protect me. I have privilege.
Yeah.
When really you're just being an asshole on the internet, bro. There's no law that tells you you
No.
can do that. Okay. Shall I continue?
Yes, please.
Let me see. So in the footnotes, they have a definition of newspaper, magazine, Oxford English Dictionary. Okay, neither does Popcorn Planet readily fit the terms of news agency, press association, wire service, radio or television station, or network. That leaves news journal, which also appears to exclude from its plain and ordinary meaning a YouTube channel. Even if Popcorn Planet could muster a definition broad enough to cover its YouTube channel, any interpretation must consider the context in which the term appears. The law is precise and clearly intended to exclude certain types of media. As evidenced by the exclusion of book authors.
Evinced. Sounds like a cooking technique.
As evidenced by the exclusion of book authors and others who are not professional journalists. The definition of professional journalist includes within its scope professional news organizations, which are distinguished in part by the exercise of editorial standards and control. Nothing submitted by Popcorn Planet suggests that its show practices the editorial standards normally associated with a professional news organization.
Thank you fucking Jesus, Thank you.
That was your main criticism of him.
Yeah.
You're like, you're not even vetting any of your information.
You're not a fucking, I'm trying to find it because I'm going to, tonight, tomorrow, for tomorrow's show, I'm going to play you the audio edited. And by edited, I'm saying I'm going to get out the stuff that we don't need you guys to hear that is bullshit or whatever. But I'm going to play, because if I play the whole thing, it's like, I think I spoke to him for like an hour.
It was like 45 minutes.
It was like 45 minutes and I'm just yelling at him and he's yelling at me.
It's also just your side.
And it's only my side of the conversation.
Right. So I don't even know how interesting that is.
But while there's so many interesting parts. Like one of the interesting parts is just relative to this because I'm yelling that at him. What the judge is saying. I'm like, you don't do shit, Andy. That's what I say. I'm telling him, like, you don't even read anything.
Yeah.
You're not a journalist.
No, he's not.
You're a
vetting his
fucking
sources.
YouTuber.
Yeah. He'll get information for what he calls a source, and he won't like go and triangulate whether that person is actually credible or not. Like somebody could just call him with some bullshit they just made up, and he'll fucking put it up. Come on.
Yeah. Holy shit.
And I'm not saying that we're any different, but I'm not claiming to be a fucking news organization.
No,
with reporters
no,
privilege.
I claim to be an entertainer at best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what I am is a commentator, if anything.
Okay.
So I guess you could put that into some form of journalism, but I would never accept such a title, ever.
Okay, so furthermore, do you want to hear the
And
furthermore?
by the way, I've had offers to actually write. It's just the money's crap, bro.
That's true.
It's so bad. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Furthermore, although Andy Signor investigates entertainment news and creates content, his position at Popcorn Planet is not the type contemplated in Section 90 of the law. Okay? Signor says that he is employed by and receives a salary from Popcorn Planet, but he is also Popcorn Planet's owner, founder, and CEO, the host, director, editor, and main producer, as well as the registered agent of the company, and addresses for which consist of a USPS mailbox and a private residence according to the Florida Department of State. Thus, Signor is self-employed, and Florida courts have historically held that the journalist privilege applies to journalists employed by or hired by traditional media outlets, finding that self-employed clearly not contemplated in the statutory definition of professional journalist. Additionally, as explained during the first hearing on Popcorn Planet's motion, whether the privilege applies depends not only on whether Signor is employed as a professional journalist, but also on whether he was engaged in news gathering at the time that he obtained the information. Even if Signor is employed as a professional journalist within the meaning of the privilege, Signor is not necessarily engaged at all times in professional news gathering, in the same way that a lawyer is not always engaged in attorney-client communication or working in anticipation of litigation. Signor cannot assert a blanket claim of privilege over all of his activities, but rather must assert that privilege on a document-by-document or item-by-item basis, as would any other holder of a constitutional or statutory reporter's journalistic privilege. It's interesting.
That is very interesting. And I really love the logic behind it. Like it's it's just such an important distinction. You know, you don't just have.
It's great to we're all really familiar with the attorney-client privilege, so it's really great to use that as an example that's really clarifying for somebody like me that doesn't know anything about this stuff.
Yeah,
where they're like, an attorney is not always, all of their communications can't all be privileged, and that's what Blake Lively is running into with the discovery, because they're trying to do, like there's the attorneys in the group chat where they'll have like a bunch of people that aren't represented as their clients, and they're like, don't worry, it's privileged. Like, no, it's fucking not.
No, it's not.
Just because you're an attorney and you speak it doesn't mean that it's privileged, It's clever that they use this in this argument.
By the way, I was looking for the Andy Signor tape just to like see where it is or whatever. And so I searched in my folders, and the first thing that came up was Andy Signor masturbating.mp4.
You have that?
Just imagine, I don't know where it came from. It's actually from you. You're the owner of it. But it's just like, that's the kind of person he is. Like when we're doing our Andy Signor investigation, there's that's out there in the wild.
That's creepy.
It's so creepy. Yeah, I'm glad we have it. I want this guy is exposed.
You said I have that?
Well, you shared it with me.
I have
It's
that?
in the Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni folder. It's not something you have as a matter of your interest. It's in the Lively v.
That's so weird.
Baldoni.
I collect so much stuff I literally do not remember.
There's a surprising amount of Andy Signor stuff that you have accumulated
that's for
for
you.
us. Yeah, it's just for me. And there's loads of it. I shouldn't use that term.
I kind of wish you hadn't mentioned it.
Andy Signor received info
Yes,
from
you
Wayfair.
could stop reading our fucking files to the whole entire
Then you go
life.
read, eh?
Okay. Where am I?
I don't know.
Here, Lively served the subpoena on July 3rd, 2025. And Popcorn Planet moved to quash on July 25th, 2025, 2 days after the time required for compliance. As of October 22nd, 2025, Popcorn Planet has not produced a privilege log identifying responsive but privileged documents, and had not sought an extension of time in which to do so. After requiring the parties to confer about the scope of the search for responsive documents, in October 31st, 2024 order required Popcorn Planet to produce a privilege log no later than November 5th, 2025. Popcorn Planet moved for an extension of time and attached a preliminary privilege log to its motion. This is all dates.
This is all this chain of custody and all that.
In the status conference, I explained to Popcorn Planet that the privilege log was inadequate. For example, in one entry, the log identifies a text string spanning from January 1st to June 24th. The description in that entry, along with every other entry, is a vague, conclusory statement, essentially saying that the item is privileged, which provides little basis from which to evaluate the claim of privilege. In response, counsel for Popcorn Planet argued that it was nonsense or absurd to suggest that he had to log or itemize each and every text message subject to the privilege. Explaining that when opposing counsel noted, okay, I'm going to skip this. Consistent with counsel's position that the law does not require particularity that the Popcorn Planet and that Popcorn Planet can claim the privilege categorically, the final privilege log filed by Popcorn Planet contains no changes except for the addition of 2 items. Counsel for Popcorn Planet is incorrect on the law, and he fails to show that the subpoenaed communications were privileged. Popcorn Planet produced no privilege log until ordered to do so 3 months after receiving service of the subpoena. Thus, Popcorn Planet failed to timely provide a privilege log, and, despite repeated opportunities to correct this omission, Popcorn Planet failed to produce a privilege log with sufficient particularity to assess the privilege claim.
Because he's just trying to blanket everything.
This
There's no
results
log because he can't fucking log it all because he wants to he wants to literally log every fucking text message with, it's just absurd. I
They
love
said
it.
this results in a waiver of the privilege.
I love it. Of course. Yeah.
Skipping the precedent. Okay.
Pass the popcorn. Oh, you guys are just having, this is great.
Okay, the court may choose between 4 remedies. Give the party another chance to submit more detailed log, deem the inadequate log a waiver of the privilege, or inspect in camera all of the withheld documents, or inspect in camera, the judge is going to look over it.
Yep.
A sample of the withheld documents.
Those are the 4 options?
Yep. The burden of the party withholding documents cannot be discharged by mere... Okay, I'm trying to skip. They're citing a bunch of laws. Okay. An in-camera review of the documents included in the privilege log demonstrates the problem with Popcorn Planet's generic and conclusory privilege log. For example, item 4 on the privilege log is a 6-month-long, 89-page text message conversation between Andy Signor and a defendant in the underlying lawsuit.
Oh my God! 6 months. 6 months.
And a defendant.
Look, it's not that surprising because publicists talk to press all the time, and he's basically press. So they talk to the press all the time. He's the press.
Yeah, but they denied it. He denied that he had any conversation with any of the defendants.
Well, no, because he didn't, because we know that he said that he got it directly from the lawyer when he dropped the... That's why he said he didn't have any liability, where he's like, no copyright issues because I got this directly from the lawyer who's representing the director of the movie. Like he said something to that effect when he did the slow dance video. So he'd already admitted it on camera. So if he said that, he already published, or he had previously published something contrary to that.
I wonder how he feels about the judge blowing up his spot like that.
Fuck.
The judge is like, I'm going to tell everybody exactly what was in your documents without saying what was in
6 months with a defendant, which is Melissa Nathan.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
As one would expect, the conversation contains some information that is clearly irrelevant, unresponsive, and not privileged. The text message conversation constitutes the bulk of the material in the initial privilege log, which contains a mere 142 pages. Yet the log nowhere specifies the number of individual messages, pages, or specific exchanges to which the privilege allegedly applies.
So he's just trying to apply it to everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The final privilege log contains only 2 additional items, which suggests that the final universe of documents is not much longer than 142 pages. Thus, Popcorn Planet cannot plausibly claim an undue burden in having to separate these documents into their relevant and purportedly privileged parts. Even if the inadequate privilege log caused no waiver, Popcorn Planet's production of documents has. Comparison of documents...
These guys are going to get fucking smoked, man.
Yeah, totally. I would never fucking play games with this shit, dude.
Melissa Nathan's fucked. 6 months of talking with Melissa Nathan. Nathan's about to hit the fucking press. Go ahead.
A comparison of documents, including in the in-camera inspection with those produced to Lively, reveals no discernible substantive difference. Items 5 through 17 and 19 are inquiries by individuals associated with Popcorn Planet seeking comment from people involved in the film who provided no substantive response. These emails are similar in content and character to the emails produced by Popcorn Planet to Lively, yet Popcorn Planet provides no information about why some inquiries are privileged and other similar inquiries are not. Accordingly, I find that Popcorn Planet fails to establish that the items responsive to the subpoena are protected from disclosure under the journalist's privilege. Okay, next section. Even if Popcorn Planet established that the privilege applies, Lively overcomes it. Even if Popcorn Planet established that the items sought by Lively fall within the journalist's privilege, Lively can overcome it. The requests in Lively's subpoena are directly relevant and material to her claim that the defendants in the underlying action orchestrated a campaign to defame her with the help of third parties who created... Yes,
geez, do you know how fucking important this is? This is the meat right here. This is the precedent. This is the trouble that has... And by the way, with Megan Thee Stallion falling or felling that fucking creator, and now this is huge. This is really huge. It's going to clean up YouTube.
That's so funny.
It's going to clean up YouTube because this guy's going to, if he goes down, everybody's going to be like, and all other social media, but it's going to clean up YouTube. People are going to start fucking being responsible about the things they say.
I'm just going to reread the sentence, okay?
Yes. Sorry for my, I get really excited. And
Your
then
outburst.
I get excited and then yeah. Go ahead.
And then what?
Nothing. You're
Okay.
good.
The requests in Lively's subpoena are directly relevant and material to her claim that the defendants in the underlying action orchestrated a campaign to defame her with the help of third parties who created disparaging and false content. Furthermore, an in-camera review reveals that the responsive materials are directly relevant and material to Lively's claims. Lively further establishes that she tried to discover this information from the defendants and to some extent has been unable to obtain these materials from them. Lively demonstrates a compelling need because these materials go to the heart of the matter. That is, the primary theory underlying Lively's defamation claim.
Oh my God.
I would hate to be
He just put Andy Signor at the heart of the matter.
I know it.
This fucking guy is gonna, oh yeah, go to jail, buddy.
I don't know why he's fighting it. I would just be
By the way, guess who said that in my fucking lawsuit when he was being compelled or asked to produce the video that he took of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, right. Ethan Suplee.
Ethan Suplee said the same thing. Well, he didn't say he'd go to jail. He said he was going to burn the evidence. My bad. That's right. He said he was going to destroy the evidence.
Okay, so this last section of this one is the subpoena imposes no undue burden on Popcorn Planet. Popcorn Planet argues that the subpoena imposes an undue burden because the subpoena seeks extensive document production, and because Lively has not exhausted more direct avenues to obtain the requested information. This argument fails for several reasons. During the first hearing on Popcorn Planet's motion to quash, counsel admitted not having discussed the scope of the requests or the attendant search with counsel for Lively. When given an opportunity to raise objections to the scope of the request in the subpoena, counsel for Popcorn Planet said, "I don't have a problem with the scope." You can't then claim. And affirmed that his only concern was with privilege. Second, although the undue burden analysis under Rule 45 considers whether the materials are available from another more convenient source, nothing in Rule 45 requires a party to exhaust all other sources of information before pursuing third-party discovery. Even if required, Lively has attempted, unsuccessfully, to obtain the same communications from the defendants in the underlying case. Accordingly, Popcorn Planet fails to establish that the subpoena imposes an undue burden. So, conclusion. Accordingly, the amended motion to quash is denied, and the initial motion to quash is denied as moot. No later than December 17th, 2025, the movement Popcorn Planet Inc. must produce all responsive material to Lively.
Oh my God, man. Get the noisemakers out.
Including every item contained in Popcorn Planet's privilege log, as well as the attachments to those items. To the extent necessary and not already covered by an order in the underlying action, the parties may propose a stipulated protective order governing the handling of this information.
God, well, come on, let us eat. What are you talking about? Go ahead.
So ordered in Tampa, Florida, on this second day of December.
So that was all the footnotes?
Yes, that was everything.
Oh my God.
She's like, "You're not a news organization. You can't just conceal an entire 80-page text thread."
Tonight and tomorrow, I'm going to cut together the Andy Signor phone call that I had, and I'm going to share it with this live. Tell all your friends. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to share it with you guys because basically you're going to be hearing me yelling at Andy Signor. I'm going to only show the audio because you can't see our house because we live in the slums.
I've just heard a lot of horror stories where people are like, "Whatever you do, do not fucking post videos of the inside of your fucking house." And I was just like, okay, I won't. I mean, there's a lot of people that are on the dark side of the internet, and they're like warning people. And I don't really need to know the details. I'm already a private person, so it doesn't matter,
So that's Melissa Nathan, and he has a long-standing relationship with Melissa Nathan. She was all over Popcorn Planet for Amber Heard in Depp v. Heard.
Yeah, but we didn't know it then.
We didn't know it.
He has had this secret relationship where he's getting information directly from a publicist that's working to defame somebody in the press.
I mean, I hope that Blake Lively is, or Gottlieb or whatever is calling up Heard's attorney and being like, "Just so you know, this fucking scumbag." That'd be a lot of help for her, Amber Heard, if it was proven beyond any doubt that somebody like Popcorn Planet was planting stories or helping to plant stories to ruin her reputation during that trial. That would be massive for her.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't really. I don't know how she could have fared better in the trial if all of that had been known, because the jury is not. It's a jury trial, right? And they're not engaged in the media. She didn't. Her lawyers sucked, and they didn't make their case.
That's neither here nor there. It's not about the case. That's not about winning or losing the case. She was going to lose that case. She was going to lose that case.
Right.
There was no winning that case for her. And this, after watching the trial, I saw every minute of that trial with you. If we were YouTubing at the time, we would have certainly covered it live.
But it does explain a lot.
There was no way she was going to win that trial, but she was so trashed in public.
No, I know. It does explain a lot. Like, it actually makes me feel a lot better, because I was really, really put off by the amount of mockery and like really horrific treatment of her in the press, because just on TikTok and shit, I was like really appalled. I was like, okay, well, fine if you think that this lady's a liar, but you're still making mockery videos of somebody describing it's like a story of abuse. Even if it's made up, it's just like, that's just really fucking gross. like why are we doing this? So it makes me feel a little bit better about humanity, knowing that these people were being manipulated by the same team. It really does make me very grateful for Blake Lively is really taking one for the fucking team. Because if this is a problem that she can root out, that she could sort of like, she's taken like a lot of damage, but if it means that everything is going to get better in the end for people like her, it's just, it's a really huge gift to everybody.
It is.
It sucks that she has to suffer for it.
Well, I mean, she got herself into a bad way. I mean, I didn't believe the claim she made against him, despite the fact that we're talking about Amber Heard, right?
I was talking about Blake Lively.
Oh, you were. I'm sorry.
Fellbaumling said the tide is turning in the right direction. It won't fix what has happened to her and Ryan reputationally, but it will help change a few minds, I hope.
I think you're right. I mean, I do think that there's a lot of people who are like peripherally like, oh, she's got to be a bitch. And, oh, fuck, I can't stand the look of that guy. Because he's that guy. He's that kind of guy who you can love him and kind of hate him, at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like every comedy actor.
Yeah, especially big comedy actors who are kind of mug for it, And so I can understand. I mean, everybody's got their haters. I've always been sort of Switzerland on them both, never really buying into any of their media. I've never seen a Deadpool. I've never seen a Blake Lively movie until I saw It Ends With Us, which I thought was pretty good. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was very good, actually, I guess, truth be told. All things considered, especially. So, anyway, we have a half an hour left. I'm so excited for this. This is really the best thing that could have happened to me today, because I really need to feel like justice is at least lingers around the truth. And in this case, it feels like it might, if that stuff is compelled forward, I mean, he's not going to go to jail. They're going to get the information.
Why is he even talking like that? Is he stupid?
Because he's being a dramatic and all this other shit.
Oh, of course. He has to fundraise off of it.
He's going to fundraise like crazy.
He's turning
into fucking Donald Trump.
Everybody
He's turning into Donald Trump. He's going to like come out with a meme coin next.
It's so fucking shameless, dude. Where everybody was like squealing about, they'd get these subpoenas from Blake Lively, these content creators, and they were talking about how she's like violating our First Amendment rights. Like, are you stupid, or you think everybody else is stupid?
Unfucking
Because it's one or the other. Like, there's nothing about your First Amendment rights being fucking violated by this.
Do you want to? So, are we going to jump into the other topic now?
Yeah, sure.
We got a half hour left.
Cool.
Let's get into.
Okay, so we were looking at Exhibit 17, which is the timeline that Mitz, who works with, says he works with Baldoni and Jamie Heath. So I don't know if he's an employer of Wayfair or whether he works on their publicity or what.
I want like Mitz. It's such a cool name. I want to get a cool name. Like I can't have one now. It's too late. I'm 55. It's over. But
Dale is a cool name.
Cool. No, it's not.
It really is.
Mitz is a cool name. Mitz, like just to be called that, to be known as Mitz. People automatically like you just because you've got a name that like is worth remembering and uttering. So unless you're absolutely like incordial or you know, uh, god awful, then
Incorrigible?
yeah, no, I didn't mean to.
Incorrigible.
Incorrigible.
Have you ever used that word?
Incorrigible? No, apparently not.
That's like one of those like vintage words
It is
that I feel like
incorrigible. I do like it for that reason.
she is incorrigible.
It's like a big long orange peel.
What is it? Just like that, yeah. All right. So we were in Exhibit 17. Mitz has prepared for Jennifer Abel a whole timeline as they understand it, so that she can better understand what went on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay. So yesterday we were talking about all through the shoot. Mitz has been talking about Blake Lively complaining about things that happened on set, and also Jenny Slate complaining that Justin Baldoni called her sexy in her leather pants.
Because that's appropriate.
Because, hey, man, it's a Baha'i set, so you can just do that kind of stuff.
The problem is this dude is a horny dude. That was his whole problem. He was just horny. Everything was horny to him. All he had to do was look at that woman and say, "You look amazing."
He has publicly made statements about how he struggles with ADHD, and one of his sort of symptoms or, little quirks that he struggles with is impulsive speech. And so he's trying to he does this thing where he explains what it is as if that gives him permission, if that excuses why he does it, Like if I was somebody who, say you had Tourette syndrome or something, which is a very real disorder where you do struggle with impulsive speech and it can get you into a lot of trouble. Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that if you decide that you want to become a film director and you're working in a collaborative environment with a bunch of people, you would think that you would make sure that anybody who makes harassment allegations, that it doesn't get any further. It doesn't get any worse. You know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, I struggle with impulsive speech. This is something that I can anticipate being a problem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he didn't do that.
No.
Instead, after the fact, he's just explaining it oh, I have impulsive speach, which is why I'm calling people sexy and then getting irritated with them for calling me out on it.
It's not a big deal.
He said, sorry, I guess I missed the sexual harassment training.
As a consequence of my porn addiction, I used to watch a lot of porn. Yeah. You can only imagine what I used to do.
Let me tell you all about it.
Have you seen my abs?
Oh my God. Let me tell you in detail about how me and my wife have sex since we're in the workplace.
Yeah. First, we start out by staring at each other for immensely long periods.
Okay. So I am picking up where I left off before. This is shoot day 22. They are about to wrap production. So this is January 5th. This is the day after. Let me just go back. So January 4th, the day before, they're doing prep in New Jersey. Blake Lively has called a meeting at her house where Blake is attending, Ryan Reynolds, Justin Baldoni, Jamie Heath, Ange Giannetti, Alex Sachs, and Todd Black, where Blake and Ryan express all of their feelings. So that's what it looks like on this timeline. It's highlighted in yellow. January 5th was the first day back at shooting, shoot day number 22, where they're doing the waterfront date montage. If you've seen the movie, they act like they hate each other. That's part of their parts. And I just think that that's really perfect. That's what they got to shoot. It's must have made it easier to be sincere about it. But this is also January 5th is the day that Justin Baldoni, which is not in this timeline, but that's the day that he is soliciting some sort of sympathy from his prayer group and talking about how he's never been so mistreated. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt just because News Daily just said, and it's true. He's got a whole channel just dedicated to bashing Meghan Markle.
Who?
Andy Signor.
He does.
This is what I mean. Does it unravel for him? Does it unravel?
Dude, that would explain a lot. I never understood why everybody's just fucking dogpiling on Meghan Markle. Who gives a fuck about that lady? Since when do Americans care about the royal fucking family?
Well, she's an American though, right?
No, I know, but still, it's the.
Well, we protect our own around here.
No, the hate is just so weird.
It's so weird, and well, you say it's weird. What we've learned is it's not. It's manufactured.
Yeah, exactly.
It's manufactured.
So he's getting
this guy.
He's getting paid by the royal family or
owns
something?
the plant. Pardon me?
He's getting paid by the royal family to make that content?
Or by the publicist. Yes, exactly. By whatever interests would like to see Meghan Markle.
How weird.
Destroyed reputationally.
A poor lady.
Yeah. sorry to interrupt, but it just, when News Daily said that, I was just like struck immediately by it, because to me, it's amazing to think that, we could be looking at that where all of a sudden Andy Signor, we're just watching him completely unravel. Because here's the thing, dude, he's a threat. He's a threat to movie stars. And if he's a threat to movie stars, then he's a threat to Hollywood. And if he's a threat to Hollywood, he's a threat to individial producers and billionaires.
No, it's true. There's a lot of money on the line. If you fuck with somebody's reputation, you could tank an entire fucking industry, bro. Maybe that's why he feels like he has the sort of power. That's why he's aligning with these publicists, because they're like controlling the fucking, they're the wizard behind the curtain or whatever. But it's getting himself into a lot of trouble.
Bro, this guy is fucking putting fucking heat to the wrong feet.
Stupid. Heat to the wrong feet?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, just come up with these things.
What are you, a writer or something?
I'm a writer, I said.
Okay, January 7th. I'm back on this timeline.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Well, because it's just like, it hits me and I'm just like, I'm so excited about it. I want so bad for him to be held accountable. Mm-hmm. I want this to be exposed, because if it gets exposed and it goes away, even if I can't prove that Leonardo DiCaprio did it to me and to Don's Plum, it'll stop.
Yeah.
And if it stops, then my narrative might actually start taking hold, which is the truth narrative. Continue.
That'd be nice, huh?
Oh, it would change everything.
Yeah.
It would change everything.
Okay, so January 7th, Blake Lively sent script revisions the day before the shooting, and so I think I did cover this last time. This is really weird how they're framing this. Blake Lively sent Justin Baldoni and production team script revisions day before shooting, with cuts and changes that she deems fit. This is highly irregular behavior by an actor. No, it's not. This also makes it near impossible for production to be prepared when script is being changed less than 24 hours before shooting.
Oh my God. They fucking have writers on set.
No, I know, totally. And it's like, who's in charge?
Christy Hall was a producer.
Who the fuck is in charge here?
Do you know why she was a producer?
Yeah.
Because she's on set writing.
Yeah, right.
It's absurd.
It's also like, who is responsible here, guys? If you don't want these changes made because it's 24 hours before shooting, then say no. I mean, you're the director, producer, like you guys are the ones running the show.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. It's just so
they're just bitching about shit, and obviously
that they're supposed to be in control of, that they're supposed to be mandating and executing.
Also, and I think I mentioned this yesterday too, but if she is making changes that are specific to sex scenes, which they said was going to be shot later in their production schedule, so here we are right around shoot day number 22. Okay. If she's making changes to sex scenes, that's something that they have said from the very beginning that she's entitled to do.
But it doesn't matter, because scenes change on the set.
Yeah, that's right.
Forget about 24 hours before. You can be on set and all of a sudden, man, this line's not working. Let's rewrite it. And it happens all the time.
There's a link to an email from Blake Lively to Justin Baldoni and producers with new script pages. This is from January 7th. So what I'm going to do is try and look for this email. And I'm wondering if it's going to be really minor shit, Okay.
I just pet that dog and I'm sneezing.
I know. I think I have dog allergies.
We're getting dog allergies. we're like taking care of all these animals, and we're getting. I
think it's ruining me.
No, it's our Diamond saying.
Okay, but listen.
This is not what you're supposed to be doing with your time. Go ahead.
Okay, January 18th. This is kind of a time jump in the timeline here. So it says January 18th is a protection letter. Protection letter signed by Blake Lively. Nudity rider signed by Blake Lively. Oh, okay. So they did get signatures on her contracts. Interesting. New Jersey was wrapped on January 26th, the last day of shooting in New Jersey. A director's scout on January 29th. LA prep begins, where they're filming in Los Angeles. Okay. Time jump to February 5th, 2024. Blake Lively sends Justin Baldoni and producers script revisions. This is 2 days prior to shooting. She is stepping in as the director and not looking for input from JB. Unbelievable. No, she's not. No, she's not.
What does that even mean?
Link to email from Blake Lively to Justin Baldoni and producers with new script pages.
So it's just literally impossible to do.
Impossible.
Like you're not going to subvert the director from new pages.
Sending him emails of pages is not stepping in as a fucking director either.
No, it's not.
Come on.
No, it's
from
not.
The very beginning,
it's specifically producing on the creative level. Like creative producers, listen, I would never rewrite the writer's page unless I was hired to do that. As a producer, I would never actually rewrite.
Remember,
I would work with the writer.
These are nudity scenes. She just signed her nudity writer. They pushed all of these scenes to the end because they wanted to make sure that she was comfortable in her postpartum weight loss. So it's possible that she's making script changes, as they have always said that she's entitled to intimate scenes.
It may
But
be.
they're framing it as if it's some fucking crime against filmmaking.
It's not a crime against filmmaking, but I would definitely have preferred that she worked with the writer instead of doing it on herself, on her own.
You don't know that she hasn't, though. That's the thing.
If she did, that's great. And I know that later, I know that she has no problem with the writer and the writer has no problem with her, despite the fact that there were a few bumps in the road. So this might be one of the bumps in the road. Look, it might be an etiquette that she needs to learn, right? It might be. It's not a big deal, though. It's not. There's no end of the world here at all. And pages being rewritten can be rejected. Pages being rewritten can be told, no, we're not doing it. It's not uncommon for this to happen. Should producers, be rewriting the writer's work unless they're already on outs with the writing, and there could be another reason why you might want to have producers rewrite, and that's because if the writer does it, it might hit like a union issue.
Mm-hmm.
So it might engage the writer and might cost the production several six figures or, some kind of major fee as opposed to no fee for a producer to rewrite it. So that might be a reason why you would have somebody else other than the writer write it. That's a big reason for sure. You don't want to take a multi-$100,000 hit on a screenplay if you're writing a couple of scenes.
I have to look for these emails because for sure that they have shared them. Well, I don't know for sure. Maybe if they don't make their point about how Blake Lively should be scapegoated for every wrong that anybody's ever done, then they probably didn't include them. But if they did, I want to see what these are.
I definitely want to hit News Daily's last comment. We don't have to do it right now, but it's because it's on Signor.
Well, you're mentioning it, so let's do it.
They said he should probably be deplatformed. That's the one thing I hope doesn't happen. I would love for the platform to stay out of it and let litigation take care of it.
I agree.
Leave the platform alone. Let us alone. I'm not on TikTok right now because they don't let you cuss.
Yeah, that's true. It's so lame.
They flagged they flagged us for hate speech. Well, because we were covering a trial. We actually hated nobody and talked about hating nobody.
I know.
We were literally covering a trial.
The Karen Reed trial.
Yeah, the Karen Reed trial.
I don't know what I said that was flagged for hate speech.
And they flagged for hate speech.
I think somebody just reported us.
So this is how you break YouTube when you start doing things like deplatforming people. Let him be deconstructed by the legal system. I think deplatforming is also an important tool. Also, obviously, if people are hate speech and these other things, you definitely want to get that off of your brand. But I don't think this is deplatform kind of stuff. I think this is litigious. I think if you're gonna fucking poke the the beehive, expect to get stung.
At News Daily 8270 is asking, what do you think will happen to Andy if he's exposed?
Well, I think he opens himself up to litigation. I think if this is proven, and there are a bunch of people like Meghan Markle and like Amber Heard who are victims to this guy, that opens up the gate to say, okay, well, we want to know what was said and by whom.
Right.
If
oh my God.
If Andy Signor is held liable, if Melissa Nathan, it doesn't even have to be Andy Signor. If Melissa Nathan loses and Andy Signor is found to have participated without Andy Signor being held accountable in any other way, other than the fact that it's exposed that he was working in concert with her to plant these seeds, these stories that eventually went on to ruin her reputation and her career, then anybody else who was victim to that may find a pathway to their perpetrator through Andy Signor. And that's also great, because then he just turns into like a big old used sack of nothing. Used by a bunch of publicists, and tossed to the side to wither and die.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the
metaphorically and for entertainment purposes only.
That is the real risk with working with these people, is that they are protected. If they're having you be their mouthpiece for their fucking social combat plan, then they're hoping that you take the fucking fall for it.
Dude, did you have them sign an indemnity clause?
Well, you know how they were saying the whole thing is untraceable, and it's they're leaving no fingerprints, and all of that was like literally said in their emails to each other. So they're obviously thinking that somebody like Andy Signor or Kirsty Flaw is going to be their fucking mouthpiece for this, and that they're going to take the hit. You know what I mean? So it just doesn't pay to be the little foot soldier for these people who are only using you for as long as you're useful, and then are just going to fucking discard you. Like, it's not like they're paying for his fucking legal bills. You know what I mean? It just doesn't pay to align yourself with these people who are like using you to do their battles, but not bringing you in to protect you from the consequences, It's great.
I got to change the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Because anybody trying to come for this, this
Yeah, well, maybe you should just cut a video of
Lively
this.
stuff. What, and put it on the top?
Yeah, well, it's being reposted on these subreddits. Everybody's talking about it, Dale. So
About Ansignor?
yes.
This is just a great day.
Lee is saying, I hope YouTube demonetizes him.
Yeah, that's something that he might be faced with, and that's a different thing.
Well, I don't know.
Because
I'm
demonetization.
I'm not behind that either, because I feel like.
Well, no, that this is where we definitely disagree. Demonetization is a reasonable punishment if YouTube feels that he is misleading viewers. That would make him an untrustworthy source. So you don't want to attach brands to that. There's a consequence for the shit you do. This is how it used to be in the old school, right? You'd go fuck up, and then all of a sudden you're losing your sponsorships, right? This is what happens to athletes all the time, right?
Right.
They go and they fucking do something stupid like DV or whatever, and what ends up happening, right? No more shoe deal for you, buddy. So yeah, I would love Andy Signor to lose his shoe deal if he's proven to have been a.
I'm getting bullied by this dog.
Yeah.
This dog cannot hang for
Did
the
it eat
final
today?
10 minutes.
Did you feed it this day?
Yes.
Yeah, we should probably just wind down with the crowd tonight and try to pick up this other thing tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. So we've wrapped, in the timeline, we wrapped filming. So now we're going to hear all about all of them having a little fucking hissy fit after filming has finished before the premiere, about editing and all the post-production and everything.
This document is super juicy, and I'm glad we're still going to pursue it because it's worth pursuing. It's definitely worth.
We would have gotten farther if Andy Signor hadn't just
invaded our happiness.
Caught a real big L in court.
Oh my God, it's such a big win for Blake Lively. This is such a huge win, especially after the Paris Hilton thing, right?
Well, she's also going to get.
Perez Hilton.
She's going to get the Wayfarer party's side of all of those communications. Oh my God.
Well, this is what's important. This is what they've withheld.
Yes.
This is such a problem.
I know.
Melissa Nathan is shitting. This is why Andy Signor is saying he'll go to jail, because he holds probably lies that she's told. You know, there's a chance at least that he holds lies that she's told to this court.
Yep.
She's been deposed. We don't know what was asked about any conversations that she might have had with Andy Signor and Popcorn Planet or anyone at Popcorn Planet. We don't know what she might have said.
See what happens.
But it might not be what is in his possession.
What did they say? December 17th is when he's
his deadline
made to compel. I'm gonna be tuning in.
Fucking hell. Well, he's probably gonna get some kind. Oh my God, this is so exciting.
This is really great. This is like a huge piece of the puzzle for her.
Massive. This is the judge called it the heart of the matter. It's the heart of the matter.
You fucking dummy.
You fucking dummy.
See, look at all the money he wasted trying to fight it instead of just handing over. This is the thing. This is the way that I would be. I would be like, oh, somebody that I was in communications with is a defendant in a lawsuit, and you want my side of the communication? Absolutely. I'll get those to you by 5 p.m. No problem. I don't want anybody to know my name and just forget I even exist. You know?
News Daily thinks I was literally saying a shoe deal. He's like, Andy, LOL, Andy didn't get a shoe deal. No, I know. I'm referring to his monetization.
You know what I mean.
Monetization. Is that the right word? Monetization?
It's monetization.
Okay. Writer. What I'm saying is that if they take away that, it's tantamount to taking away his shoe deal, right? That's his income, that's his bread and butter, and he should lose the bread and butter if he's getting his bread buttered by lying, cheating, and misleading.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. At News Daily is saying it's very interesting that Lively says that Andy has communications that they couldn't get from Wayfarer.
Yeah, that's so wild. Because that's essentially saying that these guys are withholding evidence in this trial.
Oh, and at News Daily is saying, and he was using his fans' money to fight it, even though he was guilty.
Yeah.
Well, guilty isn't really, it's not criminal court, obviously. So he's not a party. So he's not even being.
Even though he's wrong.
Yeah. Even though he's involved is really what it is. It's he was trying to fight saying that he wasn't involved, but he was involved, and he should just, as a non-party being subpoenaed, you're supposed to just hand it over.
Yeah. And let's get this straight,
he's
right?
He's not guilty of anything.
Let's get this straight. For that guy to be begging alms for the poor for his legal fees is weak. This guy travels all over the world. Mm-hmm. I have a general ability for anybody who does the research. You can estimate his income, and his income is likely between $300,000 and $750,000 to $800,000. So he's such an oaf that he's probably on the lower end because he probably doesn't know how to take advantage of all the opportunity he has with a channel his size.
I don't know. I mean, apparently he's claiming he's a 501c3, so he's obviously trying to like evade tax.
Exactly. That's not very smart, is it? Because he already got called out, didn't he? He already got called out because this isn't a 501c3. And that's the point. He's a little on the like maybe dull side of the tool shed, you know?
Yeah.
So
I'm getting bullied over here.
I know we're gonna wrap it up here. So we're still early. Tell us, dog, we got 6 minutes left.
You're very sweet. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Oh, you can see her in the on the live.
You're a very sweet girl.
Here,
You're a little pushy, and I understand. You know, it's been a long time since somebody played. Okay.
So
Shall we?
Well, in a moment. So, and he used his fans' money to fight it. So that's the part that like makes me entirely crazy, because when he said that, the guy makes more money than, and legal is a part of everybody's job. It's part of everybody. Now, I would be alms for the poor. I'd be like, yo, I'm getting sued I ain't got a dime.
But he didn't get sued.
Or I'm getting dragged into it.
He was trying to fight a subpoena like a dumbass.
Yeah.
You just give them the information, bro. You're not a party to the case. Like,
I
got no fucking dog in this fight. I'm just gonna send you my fucking emails. Like, no problem.
The reason he didn't do that is because he's actually involved in this case.
Yeah,
he didn't do that because he was hiding behind a privilege that didn't exist.
Yeah.
He was hiding behind a privilege that didn't exist. Melissa Nathan, was hiding behind a privilege that didn't exist.
That's right.
A privilege that she thought she could apply because she was able to work with other, more, mainstream and professionally recognized journalists. And so he potentially holds lies that were told to courts. He potentially holds the heart of her complaint, which is that they used social media accounts to spread fallacies about the case and about her in order to damage her reputation and spoil the jury pool. So there's like a whole it's just magnificent in terms of like the depth of problems that this could cause. And, certainly all matters is what's in those texts. So if he sends those texts over and it's all fucking a went burger and it's just like comment, no comment, no comment, or comment this and that.
Right.
But if there's actual like, no, don't say it like this, say it like that.
Yeah, exactly. We'll find out.
We want to avoid language like, if they say that and he avoids that language, it's going to be very interesting. That is not our dog. That is Ceza. This is a dog we've been caring for a few years now.
Yeah.
We've actually kind of been down a road with that dog.
My other job is I'm a dog trainer.
Yeah.
So
and boarder. We've worked with this dog for years, and now we just boarder, of course. She's kind of getting old now.
I've gotten myself into the niche of like when people have dogs who are like total fucking basket cases, like they're anxious or they have like they're fearful or aggressive or whatever. Like I can board them because I know how to deal with dogs.
Yeah, we do this.
And so now we end up having like a bunch of high maintenance dogs in our house.
Fucking bunch of dogs with
ADHD,
and bipolar and schizophrenia.
Well, not like that. You know what I mean.
You guys are so fun to be with and to hang out with and to go through the story with. That was exciting. Thank you for bringing that to us. I don't know who broke that with us on our channel, but thank you so much for doing that. Before you leave, there's 26 of you here. If you guys haven't liked before you leave, give us a quick like, and we'd really appreciate the help. We do want to grow the channel eventually, or as we go. Special shout out to No Two Trolls, whose generosity just never seems to end. We are so grateful for the way you support the show. Thank you so much. Also to everyone else, especially our mods, Bobo and Delicate, and Cosmic Urgency has left us until April.
Oh, okay.
So we'll just pour one out for him. He hasn't said so, but he said so.
Oh, because he doesn't want to deal with. He doesn't want to hear about Lively B.
It's such a shame because it's such a great story. It's an important story. But I get it. I understand. And it's his time. He gets to do with it as he pleases. But we'll miss him. And maybe I'll come back and watch the reviews on the replays. Andy isn't going to hang himself. He clearly has been shady. He is going to hang himself. He is, listen, dude, this guy, I believe, look, he's screaming he's going to go to jail. That's not drama. That's fear. He knows that he
He's
holds.
not gonna go to jail. It's so stupid.
No, but I'm saying that declaration, that stupidity.
No, he's trying to get people to donate to.
Well, that could be part of it, if not all of his reason. I think you're underestimating the damage that he holds. Did the judge did not review anything in camera, right?
No, they did. Yeah,
they did.
Mm-hmm.
And then used the words like, this strikes at the heart of the matter. He's fucking in trouble, bro. If the judge read that and instead of just using
it might be a different section, but the judge reviewed in camera and said this does not meet the qualifications for the privilege.
That's right. I recall that now. That tells me, and I could be wrong, but that tells me that if she's gonna use words or sentences to the effect that this strikes at the heart of the matter of her case, and he's in trouble, and he might be in big trouble, and I'm going to be fucking toasting my marshmallows.
He's still not party to the case, so he could avoid trouble by just handing over the fucking information. It's not even his.
Yeah, but he might not want to hand it over because he might find himself in a state of liability. If he's sitting there knowingly passing off lies, if he's knowingly Megan Thee Stallion just won that case. There's precedent now. If he's knowingly passing off this information, and by the way, they're going to be able to show that he has a fucking far-reaching effect. Something I screamed at him in my call, which you will hear tomorrow. I was like, it comes with a responsibility. I yelled at him. You have almost 1 million viewers, and that comes with a fucking responsibility. You'll hear it. I did not say it so kindly. I was very upset at him at the time. Because I don't understand people who deliberately try to ruin people's lives, especially strangers. Such a fucking strange thing to do. You guys are so terrific. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We will be back tomorrow. We hope to get to the rest of Exhibit 17. But unless something like totally crazy like this drops, we might not. But we will begin tomorrow with going over the Andy Signor call. I will cut that together, and you will hear the audio only, but it'll be fun. Now, we'll commentate it. I'll be able to tell you what I heard on the other side.
Sorry.
All right? Sounds good, right? What do you think, huh?
I don't know.
Let's go watch P. Diddy. You want to do that?
Yep.
You guys are the best. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for everything, all of you. You are too kind. Good night.
Good night.